Can you imagine a preacher today saying, hey, don't give in the offering until you make peace with someone that has something against you? Well, Jesus said to do that. Jesus said, make peace first. Good morning and welcome to 755 Live. For about 5 minutes, you'll hear all about easy to remember soundbite versions of what Jesus said. And the point is to help you experience life to the fullest, the Jesus way. Today's Jesus Said comes from Matthew 5:23 through 24, but we're going to read a little bit more today for some context, starting at verse 21, where Jesus said, "You have heard that it was said to an older generation, 'Do not murder, and whoever murders will be subjected to judgment.' But I say to you, that anyone who is angry with a brother will be subjected to judgment, and whoever insults a brother will be brought before the council, and whoever says 'fool' will be sent to fiery hell." Okay, so that's the context now for verse 23. "So then, if you bring your gift to the altar and there remember that your brother has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First, go and be reconciled to your brother, and then come present your gift. Reach agreement quickly with your accuser while on the way to court, or he may hand you over to the judge, and the judge hand you over to the warden, and you will be thrown into prison. I tell you the truth, you will never get out of there until you have paid the last penny." So the soundbite version of all that, Jesus said, make peace first. And the first point here is that, God really doesn't need your money. Giving isn't about like paying your membership dues or like a tax. Giving is all about our heart. Now, the gift here that Jesus is talking about is a temple sacrifice. It's actual worship, which is what giving should be. But we can get caught up in the gift and miss the heart and miss that reconciliation is supposed to be a part of it. Now, this may not seem related, but back in Matthew 9, Jesus was asked the question why that he ate, or actually the disciples were asked, why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners? And when Jesus heard that, he quoted from Hosea 6:6, where it talks about that God wants mercy and not sacrifice. And Jesus said, those that are healthy don't need a physician, but those who are sick do. And he told them to go learn what mercy meant. And that's really, I think, what Jesus is teaching here as well, about making peace first before giving. Because mercy is empathy. Mercy implies restoration, kindness, reconciliation. And Paul talks about this in Romans 12, verses 15 through 18, where he said, "Rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep, live in harmony with one another. Do not be haughty, but associate with the lowly. Do not be conceited. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Consider what is good before all people. And if possible, as far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all people." You see, reconciliation is the real gift. And hypocrisy and judgment and condemnation justifies itself by condemning others. Hypocrisy asks questions like, well, yeah, but who's my real neighbor? Who's my brother? Who do I really have to show mercy to? Paul in Galatians 6 reminds us that restoration begins with meekness and considering oneself, not just pointing fingers at someone else. In 2 Corinthians 5:18, he tells us that we've been given this ministry of reconciliation. You see, sacrifice and giving isn't for us to get mercy. It's to remind us of mercy so that we can be merciful to others. And Jesus said, before you give, if someone has something against you, go to them and reconcile. Make peace first. That's what Jesus said. How can you put that into action today? Thank you so much for listening. If this is meaningful to you, it does mean a lot when you like it, when you share it, when you comment. I really appreciate you, and I hope that you have an amazing day, and I hope this time together has helped you live life to the fullest, the Jesus way. And remember, follow Jesus today, love first.